So hello, amazing Magic Month tribe, and welcome to Magic Month of February. I would be really grateful to anyone listening live if they could let me know that they can hear and see and that the technology is working. I am a little concerned that I can't see anybody listening. There's some people just come in. So yeah, if you can let me know that you can hear and see using the chat box and tell me that the technology is working, that would be great. Hi Sam, nice to see you. Can you hear and see? Let me know. I'll just wait to make sure you can hear and see because everything seems a little bit slow and delayed. Good. I'm glad you can hear and see. Hi Jean, lovely to see you. Nice to be in circle with my beloved tribe this evening. Hi James, nice to see you. Hi Carmen, lovely to see you too. So hello, hi Naz. Good. Technology's working. Things are flowing. So hello everybody and welcome to Magic Month of February. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Katie and I am from Starlight Soul Journeys, and we do all sorts of ceremonies, courses and spiritual travel that are about becoming more empowered, more connected and living more of your soul purpose and truth. And Magic Month is a forecast show that gives you an energetic overview of the month ahead so that you can align with it and work with the energies to make it the best possible month that it can be. And I am so excited about February 2019 because Magic Month has been running for so many years, and in all the years it has been running, I have never tuned in to a month like February before. So normally when I tune in, yeah, happy birthday, Carmen. So normally when I tune in to a Magic Month, there is, even if it's a very, very positive month, there is always something from one angle, whether it's guidance or astrology or the moon or the planets in retrograde, with something energetically is usually like, oh, this is going to have a wobble or it's going to be an intense month. And this month it's just not the case. Every perspective that I have looked at this month, tuned in to from this month, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Everybody's just saying it's going to be really, really, really positive. And so I am super excited about that. I'm sorry if the picture is frozen for some of you. You can try refreshing. It's working my end. I'm glad it's frozen on a big smile, Bonnie. That's good. You can try refreshing my end. I'll try and turn my camera off and back on, see if that helps. Yeah, I agree, Sam. 2019 definitely rocks so hard. If it's meant to be frozen, it's meant to be frozen. We'll go with the flow. And so yeah, it's a really, really, really positive month, more positive than anything I've ever tuned into for Magic Month. And I'm glad you can all still hear, and so you can hear the forecast. So I'm going to turn the camera off and I'll turn it back on and hopefully it will come back on. But let's begin with a meditation just to bring us all into circle. It's quite a big healing at the end of this webinar. So to bring us all into circle with each other, closing your eyes and feeling the muscles around your eyes relaxing as you breathe in love And breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love. And breathe out gratitude. And invite yourself to become really present with breathing in love, feeling all of the places and aspects and archetypes within you that are receiving love as you breathe in. And breathing out gratitude. Offering that gratitude to the earth, to the goddess, to life that is here and now. And notice how your breath is rocking you gently, gently into the present moment as you feel a column of light from the center of the universe pouring down into your energy, instantly raising your vibration and traveling down through you into the heart of Mother Gaia, bouncing off the heart of Mother Gaia and traveling back up into the heart of Source, so that you are held in a two-way flow of love and light, really letting any parts of you that are tired be dissolved into this illumination energy of creation. And as they dissolve, experience yourself expanding, belonging to the beautiful poetry of the ever-expanding universe. Because you are here, because you are now, because you are beloved. And feeling your aura being sealed from top to bottom in golden light. In belovedness. As you open your hearts to the earth, feel yourself being anchored by the grounding cord of energy from your belly into the iron heart of Mother Gaia. So that the iron in your blood comes into oneness vibration with the earth. And allow yourself to feel from inside her ascending now. As you open your heart to the tribe you share this journey with, those listening now and in the future, feeling the circle and spiral of human to human heart love that we are creating. as you let go into being here now with your whole self, trusting that it is exactly where you are meant to be, and that you will release all you are meant to release and receive all that you are meant to receive. As the violet and electric blue flames wrap around your aura, know that any energy released from any direction will be transmuted into love and light by these sacred fires, and sent to Source Gaia or wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. As you open your hearts and whole selves to this webinar, to this healing, to this now, ask, why am I here? Why am I listening? And let the answer come to you in words, pictures, sensation, and knowing. As you breathe in love and breathe out gratitude, breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. When you are ready, open your eyes and come into the room. And if you're listening now, then share whatever came to you from the opening meditation. For me, there was a great sense of peace. And a light peace, not a deep peace, but a joyful peace. And there was also a sense of letting go of frustration, blocks within me. It's lovely, Zafira, to feel part of a tribe. So important. And yeah, share, guys, share. We're in tribe, as always with Magic Month and all my webinars. I like them to be co-creative. So express, bring your own wisdom, bring your own expression. Let's co-create this webinar together. If you're listening to this webinar in the future and you have anything to share, then our Life Alchemy with Starlight Soul Jenny's group, you can post on there. Just say you're listening to Magic Month. You can share, you can ask questions. And also, if you have any questions in this webinar, for those of you listening live, my guides will answer them. They said to include Q&A, which always tends to be in flow. So just ask them as they come, and my guides will answer as they flow. Beautiful, Mina, about allowing yourself to feel and let go. And I agree, Jane, so nice to connect to the heart energy. And beautiful, Carmen, about peace and igniting. Oh, I love that, the negativity falling out of your body, Iris. That feels so right for February. So right for February. I'm so happy. Normally on Magic Month I'm like the bearer of bad news. Never bad, actually, because all healing and transformation time is good. But I'm so happy to be sharing a forecast like this one. And so let's go into the forecast. For me, the start of February with Imbolc and Chinese New Year is always the real start of the year. The month of January always feels like a bridge month. And And then you really notice it's like the energies start in January, and you notice the big shift. You notice the big shift come, for me anyway, with the arrival of Imbolc and Chinese New Year. And so to me, it's so exciting that 2019 is starting in such a positive way with the month of February and the full flooding of the new energies of this year and the new intentions of this year, and for the Chinese, the New Year is happening in this way. Thanks for the question, Mina. I will come back to that. In fact, no, I will answer it now. So January had an eclipse window in it, and eclipse windows will often create turmoil. And so things will probably calm down as you get we're out of it, but as we arrive into February, my guides are saying that when you stop resisting the change, everything will become calm. So it's like surrender into the change, let the resistance to it that is making your perception of it be turmoil, let that perception shift and almost ride it, and then you will become in yourself, and everything will calm down around you. But eclipse windows, especially if it's going to be a big 6 months for you, it will often bring up turmoil. So it's probably mainly connected to that. I will come back to the other questions after the forecast. Yeah, mania is something that's coming up, Sam, which I'll come into later. It's something that's a bit collective at the moment, and actually I'm going to do, anybody having problems with mania, at some point in the next few weeks I'm going to do a vlog about it, because I really felt mania flare up for me, and it's to do with there's a massive sacral revolution healing on the sacral energy in the collective this year. And sacral energy is sexual energy, it's life force energy. And the wound of it is kind of the bust and boom energy that we've all been carrying. And if you're somebody that's maybe slightly prone to mania, that's really coming up at the moment. And so because I am, I have been channeling a lot about how to manage it. And one of the things that the guides have said is hold yourself. Hold yourself. Mania is when you don't hold yourself. It's when you stop breathing. It's when you stop grounding. And so really you want to, and all your energy is going forward. And so what you want to do is really notice when you're kind of impulsively sending your energy away from yourself, and pull it back in and sit. Do the practice of physically holding yourself, of sitting in meditation, holding all of this new energy that's flooding in, and hold yourself. But I'm going to do more about that. That will be on Life Alchemy, the Facebook group, at some point. And Zafira, I will come back to your... So my guys keep answering. So you want to send a message for your twin R. Is that twin? What's twin R? Can you tell me? They're saying follow your heart with the message. And they're not giving me anything about the house. But they are showing me that you're not in alignment fully with it. So if you want to manifest it, you need to really start imagining yourself aligned inside of it. It's like the house is here and you're over here, if that makes sense. Oh, your twin flame. Yeah, follow your heart. Follow your heart with the message. There's a lot of twin flame energy coming through in the sacral revolution as well. So follow your heart right from your heart, and not your head. Just write whatever your heart wants to say. My guides are saying compliments are good. Compliments are good. And yeah, the house, I think the house you will understand more clearly when we talk in the forecast, because this month is such a good month to manifest. And so, yes, we can manifest things if we're in alignment with them. But it really is about manifesting from a 5D way, which is so much more about alignment than it used to be. So there's probably more answers to those questions coming through this webinar, but if anybody else has questions, post them in. If you have questions based on what has been said, post them in, and when I'm channeling later, I will get the guides to tune in directly. And so, yeah, this is really the start of the full year for me, the flooding of the year for me. And one of the most important pieces of guidance I've had is that the moon this year is leading all of the healing. So whatever's going on with the moon is the most important thing to know this year throughout 2019. In February, there are no planets in retrograde. The last time I think that happened was January 2017. And honestly, when you manifest under that, when you connect under that, when you start new projects under that, just things are just, they just breathe, they just flow. Everything is easier. And so one of the things is to come in to everything you do in February with the willingness for it to be easy, out of the resistance and into the ease. There's also a massive, massive theme coming through this year of overflow, and starting to come from a place of overflow as opposed to a place of need, which my guides will channel about. And one of the most important things is really to, throughout the year, is really to start practicing opening. You know, we can manifest, but have we actually energetically opened ourselves to receive? Can you actually feel your energy body opening to receive the amazing energies of this month? And when I was tuning into Magic Month, they were saying one of the biggest things we're healing in the days leading up to February beginning, which is why Magic Month is starting early, and then through February, is letting go of tiredness. Tiredness is, that comes from the wrong attitude. That's what my guides are saying, the wrong approach, the wrong way in. If you go in with a lot of stress, if you go into anything, I'm talking about being fully present. So you go into anything with a lot of stress, and you're just creating a lot of tiredness and a lot of stress response in your body and in your energy. And instead, the invitation is really, especially because it's so gorgeous this month, is really to notice when you're doing that and let go, and actually see if you can love the present moment, even if there's drama happening, even if there's the perception of lack happening, even if there's mighty change happening. Can you feel the part of your soul that just loves having the experience? Can you become present with the excitement of the experience? And that, I would say, is the biggest key to coming into overflow and coming into the potential that February holds. And then straight on the 1st of February, we have Imbolc, which is the pagan festival of the spring. So it's the very, very start of spring. And this year, because the Chinese New Year is at its completion year, so it's the year of the pig. The pig is the one that last won the race, that came last in the race. it's the end of that cycle, that 12-year cycle in the Chinese New Year. And so the start of February this month has a real amazing energy of both harvest and spring. And as I was tuning in, it was just like, oh, it feels like so many years of healing ourselves is about to bud and blossom and bloom and be harvested. And Imbolc really marks the start of that. So I'd strongly recommend doing some kind of connecting in, some kind of listening in ceremony, because we have to know what it is we're tuning into. You know, we have to know what it is that's being born. And the feeling I've really got is that we don't know. Like a lot of the path actions this year, we don't actually know what they are because we don't know what the path is yet. And it's like, can you listen to the healed parts of yourself? We're so good at listening to the unhealed parts, but Imbolc really is about listening this year to the healed parts of yourself and going, okay, where do you want to go from here? Where do you want to go from here? What actions are we going to do? What are we going to start dreaming? So I would connect in. There's a lot of purification energy coming in. Imbolc is a purification festival anyway, but there's a lot of purification energy especially. And at the end of this webinar, we're going to do a purification meditation on the meridians to help you all start on that and get ready for this kind of purge that feels really clean. It doesn't feel painful. When I tuned in, it just feels like a shower of light and energy coming through. And then on the 5th, 4th to 5th is Chinese New Year, and it's the year of the yin earth pig, which again, like I said, everything is just beautiful. The yin earth pig has a lot of nice positivity to it. The pig is all about abundance and being carefree and joy and pleasure and action and philanthropy. Can't say that word. Service, but in a very, very joyful way. And because it's a feminine earth year, it's really about grounding and embodying that. It's really about connecting to the earth. My guides are saying pleasure is so much of a theme this year. It's like almost like counterbalancing all of the deep healing work we've done by just enjoying life and being in pleasure. If anything, you can be a little bit under a pig year, a little bit too laid back, and it's important to keep aligning with action, especially this year. It's important to keep being active and not just follow the joy and go off into mania. But ultimately those energies are around, and they are around to help you raise your vibration, and they are around for you to explore and tune into. And really the fact is a yin year, it's a feminine year. You know, I thought so much that the big feminine wound stuff was kind of over, and we were coming into doing much more unity work. And now having been in this year for a month, I'm realizing that actually, no, there's an awful lot of feminine wound work still to do, but in a very different way. It's really looking at that feminine, receptive, magnetic pleasure energy in our sacral centers, in our bodies, and embodying the joys of life, of eating, of connecting, of course twin flame energies and things like that. And so it's very much a year to be feeling your way more present in every moment. And that's, so the 4th and the 5th, you're going to feel the shift of energies, especially because the 4th is also the new moon. And like I said, my guides are like, Luna is leading. She's leading 2019. And so the moon's really, really important this year. And again, this new moon is just beautiful. It's midpoint Saturn sextile Neptune. And so it's just all about wisdom and guidance for your dreams and being charitable and generous. And it's got all of this hope energy. And so again, another really powerful time to manifest, align, let the first 4 days of February purify and show you, listen to yourself, to the healed parts of yourself in the first 4 days of February. And on that new moon, hold a manifestation for yourself and dream, and almost let the positivity dream through you. Almost let the promise of happiness dream through you on that new moon. Connect to what it is you want to serve this year. Connect to what theme you want to serve this year. Can you put it into one word? And then on the 12th, there is a newly discovered comet that was discovered in Japan that is going to be closest to the Earth by the 12th of February. Through the constellation of Leo. And I haven't really found much astrology about this, but my guides have said that this comet is really bringing in the blessings. And because it's happening, and Leo is quite a big theme this month. And so it's really a theme of, with Leo, it's always about royalty, and rising up into sovereignty and rising up into worthiness and rising up into your raw. But can you do it from a place of joy? Can you do it from a place of sweetness? And that's what's so exciting about this month. It's like, can you open and receive, not from a place of need, but from a place of ecstasy? Can you open and receive just because you're enjoying being here so much? And it's really all about oozing into all of that juiciness. And then on the full moon, on the 19th, it's slightly more powerful, the energy on the full moon, but in a really, really positive way as well. It's just one of those moons that astrologers are like, yeah, it's a good luck moon. It's romance and change and success and good news and good luck. And it's one of those full moons that's just like, connect to your full potential. And I would say that's such a theme for this month. Can you expand past your own potential? Like, can you, when you notice yourself being limited, can you just let it drop? Can you let it drift and expand? And it's connected to the new moon. And so whatever insights and visions you got on the new moon, reconnect to them. And the full moon feels like, right, come into action now. Start. You've dreamt. I would dream. If you're going to vision, dream and vision between the 4th and the 19th. And then come the 19th, be like, I'm taking action. I'm doing this. This is what's happening. And really apply those actions right up to the 6th of March. And it's like riding the waves. It's like all of these golden waves are coming in, and so apply them. The full moon's partly powerful because it's Regulus, which is like one of the really positive fixed stars, is in Virgo, and so it's all about courage and independence and ambition and power. And again, that royalty words come up, and it's just about, going past your own limitations, coming into the fullness of your potential. And so I would say, if you're going to think about anything in February, it's like, what actually is my potential? Because I bet you, if you connect to the healed parts of yourself, you will discover, and ask them what your full potential is, you will discover that that potential is so much greater than what your limitations have allowed it to be. And in fact, one of the things that my guides were saying was, it's really good. It's a really, really good month to vision and manifest. But when you are manifesting and imagining and visioning, it's like, one of the best questions to ask this month is, how can I make this vision better? How can I improve this vision? You know? How can I make it expand? And it's really about like expanding what your levels of potential are. And in expanding, opening and opening up. And feeling all of that come through. And so that would be what that would be the main practice for this month, I would say, is just, my guides are saying 5 minutes a day, just sit and vision from a healed place, not a wounded place, but from the parts of you that are already healed. What do I want? What do I want to give to the world? And what does that look like? And what does it sound like? And how can I expand it? And my guides are actually saying, put a time, set a time, you know, first thing in the morning or at bedtime or at lunchtime, that you make yourself do this every time this month, because this is quite a rare golden opportunity to have so much sky alignment and positive energies all around. Overall, one of the things that is coming up, not in a tough wound way, but in a more gentle way, is the wounds around sacred action. And I only really realized this when I was looking at what's happened to my own life in the last few weeks. And it's just, suddenly I found myself really revisiting a lot of my early 20s, late teens. And so many people I've spoken to are in the same place. And I asked my guides about it, and they said that, you know, really those first moments of adulthood, they're when your sacred path action fully begins. And because this year is all about path action, those wounds are coming up. So for me, for example, I was a lot manic, but it's not just mania. It's connections with people. A lot of people I know have like gone back into kind of jobs that they were doing in their very early 20s. And so it's one of, if you are feeling like you need to do healing, rather than going into the inner child or past lives, go into your early 20s, go into your late teens, early 20s, and notice what patterns are coming from there that are no longer in alignment, that are no longer in service. And again, release them with ease. Everything this month is, how easy can I make this? How easy can I do this? It's really allowing yourself to show yourself that things can happen with ease. Because this is a 3-year made out of the number 12. 12 also has that completion energy that the pig is carrying as well. And it's a harmony energy. So it's harmony, but achievement, independence, but deep connection and partnership. And it's really about inviting that balance into yourself. It's like, how can I be in action, but easefully? How can I be in deep sacral connection, but empowered? How can I not be in bust and boom, but in overflow? And it's really about playing with that and exploring that this month, because out of that is where the blossoming and the harvest and the miracles, energies of this month coming are going to be able to land within you. One of the things I read that I loved is because it's a 12-year and also a 3-year, because 1 + 2 = 3. It's like 1, 2, 3 code. So it means ready, set, go. Like it's got that kind of action, motivating energy to it, and the way you can connect to that is by being present. It is by being present. And so, and by being present, one of the things that I've really explored even in January is like, it's not being mindful, funnily enough. It's like, can I just really be allowing myself to feel this moment, to really have my whole attention, my whole soul here in this moment, and feel the aliveness, because that's where the magic is. That's where the magic is this whole year. And funnily enough, I'm in an Airbnb at the moment, and I'm looking up at a picture, and it just feels so right. It just says, there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. And that's what February is about. It's like, just be happy now. Just be happy now. And kind of find out how, no matter what's going on, you know. Can you find that little part of you that's just loving it? That sacred part of you that's just loving it, whatever's happening. And that's really, really the key. So that's an overall forecast. I would love to hear from any of you about any insights you have, any things that you're feeling that you want to know, any questions. And then we're going to go into a little bit of channeling, and we'll talk a bit more about this feminine sexual wound and things like that. I totally agree with you, Zima. 2019 is a reboot and a chance to tune into a new path and new visions. And in fact, in the and my guides are giving a thumbs up, and in the purification, one of the meditation we're going to do at the end, one of the things I would invite you to purify is old dreams. So many of our dream intentions were created from wounded places and not from places of overflow. That's amazing that you've moved on from your own story, Sam. I'm so happy. That's awesome. Yeah, expanding past old boundaries, such a good thing. Connecting with family members. A lot of people are reconnecting with family members at this time. It's got to come from your heart, because family, some of you will know, but family always, my guides say that family is there to show you your shadow. And so families are often the most difficult relationships we have until we start healing our shadow. And so it depends on if you want to go and heal your shadow, but your heart will tell you. And again, it's like, is it going to make me happy to do this? If you could make February just about being happy, what if you made every day about being happy? And I actually went, fuck it. Excuse my language, but I actually went, do you know what? I'm not going to do anything that doesn't make me feel happy, but I am going to hold myself so I don't go manic. You know, I'm not going to let this go into mania so that it becomes destructive. I'm actually going to hold myself and own everything that I'm choosing to do this month. And I'm not going to do things that I don't want to do. Got that energy, February, whether that's family or work, or all of it. That's what my guys are saying. It's just like all of it. All of it. You're in the golden window where so many seeds can blossom, but they're only going to blossom in the fertile soils of happiness. And so the more happy you can make yourself in February, the more happiness first you can be in February, the more of your own soul's potential you're going to access. And yeah, leave everything else till March. Like, just follow the joy. Follow the joy. And find, not just follow the joy, find the joy. Find the joy in the moment. Because no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, there is joy. There is a part of your soul that is there with you, feeling the joy of being alive, feeling the joy of transformation and transcendence. And so find it. Yeah, I feel, I'm so pleased. Yeah, it's like just find the part of you that loves being present. And that's the key. Yeah, Dune, I agree. February is exciting, exciting stuff. But again, as with everything in 2019, it is an invitation. There is less carrying happening this year, and more of an invitation to be in your power. So you can accept this invitation, or you cannot accept this invitation. And the universe won't force you. Life won't force you. One of the things that's also coming through is with manifesting. For a long time, most of us have manifested by asking the universe. And one of the things that my guides have kept getting me to do this year is not just ask the universe. Ask life. Ask beautiful, wonderful life. Start bringing the manifestation into now, into here. Not the universe that in our perception feels very far away. Ask life, ask the goddess, ask Gaia. Manifest it here and now. So I am going to see if the guides want to say anything about crystallining, because crystallining is something that lots of channels have spoken about. That's wonderful, Bonnie, that you didn't have to engage. But can you love that moment of not engaging, you know, with somebody else's comment? Can you love not receiving the stuff that you don't need to receive? And when you are releasing, can you love that you have this energy to give? You know, can you get when you're releasing, when you're letting go, when you're purifying, and I'm speaking to everyone, can you see it as you're giving energy to the earth? To wherever it needs to go, because it's just not there for you anymore. So one of the things that my guides have channeled so much about is becoming more crystalline. And crystalline is something that there's been loads of channelings about, but really I didn't understand it until this year, and I can only go with my truth and my guides. And what they say is that this year we are really, the whole year is about becoming more crystalline. Becoming more crystalline. And what that means and what that looks like. And I just want to see if they have anything to share about it now. It's for the highest level guidance to play through. Becoming more crystalline. To put in the most simple perspectives, is to hold more light. To hold more light of your own soul inside the center of self. When you hold more of your light, you shine more of your light. When you shine more of your light, more beauty is reflected back towards you across the pictures and experiences of your life. For your life is always a reflection of the light inside. An increase in light, an increase in soul light is an increase in potential, possibility, beauty and celebration. Generally, we will say to you that becoming more crystalline is about becoming more soulful. It happens through opening up the human perspective, the separated perspective, to the perspective of the soul, which, as the channel has said to you, is always joyful, is always in the pleasure of the experience. Even now, as we speak to you, feel the stirrings of how the soul longs to live, of how the soul longs to experience all that is not infinite. All that is. In the deep release, surrender and orgasm of change that is life on earth. Of how the soul loves to live. And it is this opening of soul perspective that will create new crystalline frequencies across the vibration of your life. That will be the gateways through which more of your soul light can arrive, not in the future, but in the now. In the moment, through the body. For when you are not present, when you are distracted by what you want from the future or fear from the past, you are in disconnect from your soul's experience of now. You are in carbon consciousness. And when you become present, by letting go into the joy of now, that is when you are operating from crystalline consciousness. That is when you are becoming crystalline, which is the collective journey of the light bringers, way showers, and warriors that are here now in 2019. Find, even dear ones, how much your soul loves to feel tired. Because even that is an expression of life. And the soul loves to experience life. You have spent many years connecting through meditation to the divine and to the wisdom and peace of the divine. And it is now the turn of the divine to connect through you to life. And it is through this connection that the sacral revolution is happening. It is so essential for the ascension of Mother Gaia and her tribe. And so, thank you to the guides for that message. I will answer the question, Iris. Can you tell me more about this project? A lot of painful introspection and self-study. Is it a healing that you're doing, or just tell me a little bit more so I can tune in about it and I'll see what the guides say. But one of the things that's coming through right now is don't judge the pain. I have learned, Starlight, for those of you that don't know, does so much shadow work. And I have really come into a place of reverence for shadow work and understanding that actually the pain is not the thing that causes the pain, it's the judgment of self-study, of looking at it's the judgment of our pain that causes pain to be painful, as opposed to just simply alive, like the guide said. But I would tune in if it's something that's very energetic. Make sure you put up lots of energy protection. If it's something that you're dreading, though, then it's out of alignment, and so I would tune in about if it's actually right for you, because we should be feeling excited about all that we do, even if there's a little bit of oh, the book sounds amazing. I would just release the judgments around autism. It sounds like you're carrying, my guides are saying yes, sounds like you're carrying some wounds, and they're just ready to be transcended. But again, it doesn't have to be, yes, we do have to feel the pain, but can we feel the aliveness in the pain when we are transcending and healing? I think it is right, but come in with a new attitude, especially when you're doing pain work. Remember the service. Remember the service. Remember when you're doing something that is painful, remember why you're doing it. And that will bring it back into excitement and bring it back into, you know, sharing these intimate things is going to help me help lots of other people who maybe have autism and who maybe don't. And kind of coming back into that makes the pain seem so much smaller. And so, yeah, it's just about bringing yourself back into alignment, back into positivity. How can I do this joyfully, even though I'm writing about something that was hard? And my guides are also saying, make sure you also go and talk to people so that you're not just spiraling with your own self when writing. Make sure you go and be in tribe and commune and have community at times when you're not writing. That's exciting about the golden key image of fear. I still feel like there's some more alignment. Come slower with it. I feel like there's a rushing energy towards it from you. And actually, it's the year of the earth, yin, earth, pig. Yin, earth, and pig are all slow. One of the lessons that we're all going to be learning this year is fully committed sacred action, balanced very much with patience. And so slow with it, and see if you can align with it even more slowly. And keep tuning in with it is a message I'm getting for you and for everyone. It's like, rather, can you stop rushing your manifestations? Or everyone. That's the message coming through. And like, again, just be in the joy of not having it, funnily enough. Be in the magnetic moment of desiring and aligning with something and flirting with a manifestation. Remember everything. So the center is dropping from the third eye into the sacral at this year, our center of connection, at least for this sacral revolution healing. And so we got to start flirting with our manifestations and courting them and connecting to them on a very sensual level. That's the guidance I'm getting through. So we are going to go on to, we're going to do the purification, but there's a few, I want to do card of the month, and there's also some things I want to tell you all about in case you're called to join Starlight. Starlight has 3 such exciting things coming up. Like, I'm so excited. The first one is Becoming Overflow, which is a course that we ran this month. And this course, honestly do it. That's all I can say, is do it. It is an alchemy healing, which is by far the most powerful type of healing that I know of. But this course took me to a state of bliss and happiness that I have never experienced before in life, and it has kept me there. Like, I'm still having life moments, but it took me into a new level of vibration. And so many people that did it were just like, oh my gosh, this is what bliss feels like. This is what overflow feels like. And overflow is such a theme of this year. And it's a crystallining course. And we were running it, and I was just like, this course has to go to more people. And so my guides were like, yeah, you can run it again, but it has to be done in circle. The level of the healing that happened means it has to be done in tribe. And so you have to set new dates for it. And so they said, these are the dates for next month. They're exactly the same as last month. And this massive timeline portal is going to be open so people can connect to the eclipse medicine. And yeah, just do it. Like, that's all I can say. Like, it is so special. Like, it's not like anything I've experienced before. And it's just made me fall so much more in love with life and become so much more present. And yeah, it's just yeah, everybody needs to do it, is all I'm gonna say. Thank you, June, for saying that. It's mind-blowing. I agree. Oh, Zafira chocolate massage. Amazing. How excited. Yeah, do it. Don't miss out. It's such a special healing. And like literally the guys were like, the whole year is about becoming crystalline. This course is happening to help the crystallization process of now. They are opening up a portal so it can happen again. So don't miss out on it. Like it will be so good for everyone. And so there's that. The other thing there is, which I want to tell you all about, is we have, you can click the find out more links and they will all come up in another tab. So I will put them all up again at the end of the webinar. We have our last journey to Ibiza. It's the end, it's the 5th year of a 5-year project that it's Ibiza. It's one of the most magnetic places on earth. And this project every year has gifted so much to so many. And it's just the most amazing portal adventure, crazy, beautiful 10 days of living in the 5D, in the most sacred ceremonies with the earth and the light and the dimensions. And it's coming to its finale in May. And so this is, I'm so moved that it's the end and so sad it's the end. And we've been guided to do it in a totally 5D way this time. So the first thing we're doing is getting the tribe, the people that are called. And with it, you will know if you are called. And if you are called, you will be provided for. But you will know if you're called. And so there is a call. If you click on the link, there is a call, and you read the call, and the call will speak to you or it won't. And if you're called and you're soul contracted to be there, then the deadline to pay the deposit is the 22nd of February. And then after that, we're gonna book it around the tribe and everything like that. So we're doing it completely the opposite from how we normally do it. But it's, the guides just said it has to come heart first this time. And so there is no early birds. It's just the price it is. The deadline is the 22nd of February. If you're called and you want to come, you need to book by then. And I strongly recommend it if you're called, because it's just, Ibiza's just, it's just the most amazing place. And the journey is just, this journey is all about overflowing with light and like tsunami waves of light coming through your shadow. And yeah, it's going to be so epic. It's going to be so epic and so beautiful and so wonderful. And it's in service, so there's always so much magic. And so if you want to click the link for that, you can click the link for that. And then the last thing I will tell you about is we have been guided to put back on the Rise of the Divine course, which is a course that we ran 2 years ago, which is a really amazing alchemical archetype journey through the feminine archetypes that are known and unknown, and reclaiming them within yourself. And like literally, it's so in alignment with this yin year and this discovering the new feminine in unity. And you know, all of the alchemy work I'm doing, so much of it is coming back to womb problems. It's and women not clearing their wombs properly and not connecting to their feminine power properly. And this is just an opportunity to, in tribe, ceremonially explore the feminine in yourself through the archetypes of yourself in the most beautiful, channeled, powerful ceremonies held in tribe, through your body, through, it's so transformational. And we're really, this sacred revolution is happening in the feminine. It's happening in how we are able to open and receive, in how we are able to sensually receive. And so whether we are male, female or priesty, but doing that work on the old feminine trauma and the old feminine consciousness, if you're a woman, just feels so aligned with now, because the feminine in unity consciousness is starting to come into spring and birth, and we have to shed the old feminine stories, and it's so powerful, and it's so beautiful. And so we have that running, starting on International Women's Day in March. And yay, Carmen, I'm so happy you're coming to Ibiza, as am I happy you're coming, Zafira. See, the people that have been, they're like, been to a Starlight Journey before, like, you know, you can't not go. And I agree, like, you miss out if you go, honestly, if you don't go. There's so much magic that is not able to fit into words. The journeys are my all-time favorite part of Starlight, like, and Ibiza is just celebration in action. So sacred, so special. And so those are what we have with us. Those are what we have going on. There are big events, and of course, with everything Starlight, you've got to be called, to be honest. Like, it's just something you know in yourself. And if you're called, follow the call, because one of the things that is happening is, my guide said that free will energy has become more powerful. And so if you want something, you have to engage your free will. Like, the universe used to carry us and over mother us a bit when Ascension, when 2012 and stuff was going on. But now it's like, no, you've got to be like, I know I'm doing this and I'm doing it, and trusting that free will and engaging that free will energy. And what the guide said about it was really beautiful. They were just like, yeah, the revolution is only going to happen if everybody comes more into their free will. And that's exactly what February is about. As I'm speaking, it's like, no, be in your free will. Choose joy. That's your free will. If you don't want to do something, or if you're too tired, don't do it. Start engaging your free will, because that's where all the alignment and magic and sacred action and February party is going to happen. It's when you're like, I am totally present here. I'm totally being free. I'm totally fully doing this in a so soulful way. So that's what we have coming up. I'm going to pull a card of the month now. Oh, 2 cards. Interesting. Wow, so perfect. The 2 cards I pulled are, you are born to create. And look at that. That's what February looks like to me. That egg exploding into light. And we are all connected. I'm going to read. I love these cards. They have good wisdom in them. And look at it. Alignment. I opened on exactly the right page. We are all connected. We are dependent upon others for life. If we destroy the very thing upon which we depend, we too shall perish. We are all connected. We are all one. Do not harm the natural world. Do not harm yourself. You are more than just part of the human race. You are a child of Gaia. You are brother and sister to all life and living things. Love them as you love yourself. Sustain them as you sustain yourself. And to me, having done the overflow journey, that is overflow. Like, it's when you come into the experience of the tree of life and life just flowing through you. You know, it's when you're just like, oh my gosh, life is happening. My soul is happening through me. And you were born to create. You were blessed with the ability to create with thought, intention, action, and emotion. Be conscious of your power and aware of what your actions and reactions create within and around you. Cherish this gift and use it in both a wise and productive manner. Create beauty and inspire a desire within others to do the same. Create a future that both fulfills and delights. Do what you were born to do. Good. card messages for February. It kind of feels like the impression I'm getting as I'm tuning in is it's just like almost this laughter, like, come on, guys, you can all let go of the 3D drama now. Like, you can just come and join the 5D party now. Which is amazing and exciting and beautiful. So we're going to go into... Does anybody have any questions? Do you have any questions? I will put up the Life Alchemy group again, and at the end I will just put up the links one more time in case you're called to any of the courses or Ibiza. But do you have any questions? Is there anything you want to share or say? Or ask? My feeling about the feminine work this year, whether you are male, female, or priesty, is it's working on a different level. It's about working with how to come into feminine unity as opposed to working on the old non-unity trauma. And so, yeah, it's Tantra. Temple Tantra is my feeling of the feminine. And it's a big theme this year. You know, there's the moon leading this year. The pig is in yin. It's a real balance between this quite masculine action energy and the deep feminine healing work that's happening. But of course it's in balance because this year is all about harmony and wholeness and the Trinity, the three. And so, yeah, but the big sexual revolution thing that my guides keep channeling about, the sacral revolution, is in the feminine, whether you are male, female, or priesty. In your body, it's in the feminine. It's in the way we receive, the way we open. You know, funnily enough, it's almost more challenging having a month like this than it is to have a month where there's loads of retrogrades, and because we're actually quite good at being in trauma, being in drama, and being in healing. But can we dare ourselves to become full? Can we dare ourselves to open and receive? And that's what February's invitation is. It's like, can you feel this more than ever? Can you let yourself feel more joy and more sensation and more fullness than ever? Can you dream bigger and brighter? Because that self-love we are less used to. And that feels, since none of you have asked any questions, that feels like it's the time to come into purification of the meridians. It's more difficult though, thanks for agreeing, but it's more difficult because we're not used to it. And we are creatures of comfort. And so we automatically look for where the trauma is, where the drama is, where the stress is. And February is an invitation to get used to not, and just opening. What if rather than needing anything, you just opened every time you needed? Or you just aligned? And so closing your eyes And feeling the muscles around your eyes relaxing as you breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. Opening to the part of you that is beyond the story. Opening to the part of you that is always at peace. Calling forth the part of you that knows how to open. And feeling yourself opening gently now. As you connect to your physical and energetic meridian system that is one with the movements of the tree of life. And allowing your physical body to be in the experience of these meridian movements. As you feel the green light of Goddess Bridget with you now. Goddess of Imbolc overlighting your circle. Offering her fire, water energy to your meridian system. As you connect to the part of you that desires purification, feel that part of you calling this fire, water energy as hot and cold temperatures through your energetic meridians. And physical meridians. So that the exhaustion of the past that they hold can be transmuted, allowing your physical body to move. With this transmutation energy gifted to you by Goddess Bridget and supported by the star nations who are sending crystalline sound frequencies through your meridians, helping them to open in order to purify. And you may have physical sensation or emotion release through this process. As you open your heart to the last 11 years of your journey. Choosing to let them go and arrive at the same time, for this is spring and harvest happening at once. And know that if you are feeling physical sensation, it is working on the habitual consciousness. Upon the body. And if you are feeling emotional sensation, it is working on the vibration consciousness of the aura and the heart. And if you are receiving both, then allow yourself to experience the feeling of being lucky to have this simultaneous healing. And allowing yourself to be in the experience of this purification that Goddess Bridget is offering to you. From her hands, and she sings to you from her heart. As you feel the resistance energy of tiredness being unclogged, from your meridian system, tiredness that comes from a build-up of not being fully present. For we agree it is exhausting to always be thinking about the past or the future, to always be sending your energies away from where your body is right now. And this chronic tiredness that is in your collective meridian system is no longer of service. It is no longer needed. And as you open, you release. Offering the clogs of this energy upon the flows of fire and water that run through you. To the alchemy of the earth as fuel for ascension. And you may be experiencing a sensation of heat in your feet and in your hands. for your meridians, energetic and physical, are how you receive for your path and what you have to give. And the heat is the release of the old burden energy of walking your path and giving without joy. And dropping in now to the beauty of the transformational fire and the purification water dancing through the whole of your system. Dancing with the tree of life. And allowing yourself to soften into this beauty. And this fire water dance energy will stay with you until Bridget's holiday of embark. Helping the purification of your receptivity so that you can hear your dreams and visions of the healed self more clearly so that you can echo and vibrate with them. And as this meridian clearing dance drops deeper in and settles in your system, experience the violet flame coming through your energy, transmuting all energy that does not serve or belong into the highest positive love light energy now. And a golden rain shower of light comes through the whole of your energy and body, taking any energy that is meant to go to the earth. And a big beam of source light comes in and takes all energy that does not serve or belong to this time or place, to wherever it is in the highest good for it to go. You feel your energy still dancing with that fire water energy, but much more centered. You set your intention to enjoy the dance, trusting that it will dissipate by the end of the first. You send your love and gratitude to Bridget and the star nations and the guides. And you breathe in love and you breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love and breathe out gratitude. And when you are ready, opening your eyes and coming into the room. And I would love to hear from any of you about how you're doing. after that. I can really feel this fire water energy sparking in my meridian system. And I kind of have an expectation that between now and the 1st, there might be a few physical releases or emotional releases. And so really, 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 if anything comes up with that energy still flowing, and you need to reach out, because Starlight has a way of bringing stuff up, then do it on the Life Alchemy group, and I will help. I will be there for you and support you. So join the Life Alchemy group. You can click join the group and it will open in another tab. I feel very alert and awake though after that as well. Like, even though I can feel like little bits of headache and stuff, I'm really feeling energized, which is cool. It's cool. Thank you, guys. And then I'm putting up Becoming Overflow again. So if you want to do it, click the link and it will open up in another tab. Do it. Really do it. Like, it's like nothing I've ever experienced before. And then Ibiza, which I know you will do it if you're meant to do it. That putting that up in case you want to open it in another tab. And then the beautiful, beautiful Rise of the Divine Cause, which is so sacred. So cool, the Rise of the Divine. It does the Maiden, Mother, and Crone, and it does the counter archetypes to them, like the hidden ones, which are, I'm not going to tell you one of them, but they are the Magdalena archetype and the Midnight Goddess, and yeah, it's very, very cool. And I'll put Life Alchemy up again. Yeah, I was feeling tingly and hot, and yay, I'm so happy you're ready for something, Iris. I was feeling fire, water, energy, totally, Carmen. And yeah, it's all about the lower chakras now. It is. I feel your wisdom there. And yeah, totally described it so well, James. I love you all. Happy February. Please share on the group. Keep in touch. Please just have a ball with February. It's so cool. Yeah, my feet got really hot, Zima. Totally had that. That means your path is activating though. Your feet are your path. We walk our paths on earth. And amazing that you found it beautiful. And woohoo, doing it. And the creativity nudge. And you all rock, guys. You're amazing. I love my tribe. I love you guys. You have such amazing, powerful, beautiful paths. Thank you for listening. Magic Month will be back for March. So much love and light and blessings to you all. Mwah.